All right, today we're going to talk about the GE PAR38 Seeds and Greens Grow Light. That's what I'm running back behind me. This is a very powerful light for what's considered an indoor living space light. It's very heavy. It has really thick cast aluminum fins on it, so it creates this very heavy, chunky light. It feels like you've spent some money on something that of good quality. The lens, not all these lights have the same types of lenses. This lens here designs a very focused light onto the plants. It's very intense underneath the light, but it doesn't really bleed much out beyond the focal area, which is really nice. This light can be held all the way up to about 24 inches above the plants. It has a pretty good spectrum, heavier in the red and the blue, and then it goes just like the chart showing here. Okay, so it's a PAR38 light. PAR38 light is the shape of the light, so this is kind of shaped like an outdoor floodlight. It's got that same sort of shape to it. This is a very easy light to be around for your eyes and that kind of stuff. I have to be in this room all day long. My computer's for editing this stuff is right here, and my grow lights are right back behind me, so I'm around these things all day long, and it's not difficult to be around. It's not uncomfortable. It doesn't give you headaches or any of that, or at least it doesn't me. Maybe it will you, but it doesn't me. So that's really nice. The other thing I should mention is these are heavy, so you're going to have some kind of a way to support them that's pretty secure. It's a pretty heavy light. I'm going to read you what they said. The GE Grow Light is a 32 watt balanced spectrum light, PAR38. So what they're saying here is this light here is good for the complete growth cycle of your plants. Now they do make a flowering, fruiting light. The light is a little bit more warmer, if you will. It's a little bit different, but it's still not unpleasant to be around. In fact, you won't even notice it after a while. I really like this bulb. I think it's worth the money. You can pick them up from about $25 to $40. 25,000 hour lifespan, which is equal to about 5.5 years at 12 hours a day. So that's a pretty good value. I paired mine with these Harbor Freight aluminum light coat fixtures. They only cost like $10 or something like that. So they're very affordable. So for like under $50, you can have a light and the shield and everything for it, and it'll do a pretty good job for you. It's gonna grow what you need it to grow. The only thing I probably don't like about this light is because the lens is so focused. It works great on smaller beds. I'm not real convinced that if you had a really large bed, it would cover the whole thing. But if you had a really large bed, these are so cheap that honestly, all you'd have to do is put like if you had an IBC tank style bed, if you put 3 of these in or something like that, maybe 4, it would cover that really well, and you'd have all the light you'd need. The other advantage of multiple light systems that I've always kind of enjoyed is I can take this light for one part of the grow bed, and I can bring it down closer to the plants if needed, while leaving the other parts of the grow bed up a little bit higher. So if I have something that needs a little bit more light, I can bring this light closer to it. Where if I have one large grow light, I can't really do that. So these smaller grow lights are nice because I can lower that down toward the one part toward the plants and leave the other ones up higher if needed. So that's actually pretty nice. That'll depend on how you're setting up your lights and that type of stuff. So that's what I have for the GE Grow Light. I do recommend given it a try. It's very inexpensive. It's very convenient. It's easy for new growers to use and just to set up. It will work for you. It'll work on a wide variety of plants for you. So yeah, I really dig this light. There are some copycat lights out there. Buy it, give it a shot. I like it. I'm not making any money or being sponsored by this in any way. This is just me talking about the lights that I'm using and why I like them. Have a great day, everybody.